Hello guys, this video serves as an introduction to interfacing data from TouchDesigner using Xiao. If you are not familiar with TouchDesigner, it is a creative tool used to create real-time visuals and interactive art. It's popular among artists and designers because it allows you to build impressive projects such as light shows, music visuals, and also digital installation using simple building blocks. You can easily drag and drop kind of different type of element to bring your ideas to life. Also, no extensive coding actually required. For this demo project, I created a wireless encoder knob with a button. This setup allows you to send encoder data wirelessly to the TouchDesigner using ESP-NOW. In TouchDesigner, I mapped the encoder data to control the radius of the circle. I also programmed the button press, which will switch between white and red colors. This project is designed to help you to create interactive art in TouchDesigner easily without worrying about wire management. I wouldn't go into details about the building process here. You can find all of the building instruction on my blog. The link will be provided on the description. So we are done with the build. Now let's see how to interface the data using TouchDesigner. You guys, now we are on the TouchDesigner. Before starting working with TouchDesigner, we need to find which component that we are actually using for the receiver. For that, we can go to the device manager and find the component. Here you can see for me it is COM19. In order to work with serial data on TouchDesigner, we need a serial data operator. For that, we can go to the operator tab and you can actually find serial data on this list. Okay, we just import the serial data operator. Here you need to change the COM port which is 19. If everything is good, you can actually see our receiver serial data. Next, we need to find a way to separate both of this data. On the index 1, we have the encoder value. On the index 2, we have the button status. For shop this data separately, we are going to use a shop operator. You can go to the shop tab and we're gonna select the data to operator. Here, we need to change some settings. Change up a value. On the first row, it will be the values. Also, the first column will be the values. So here we need to change the start row index to number 1 and change the end row index to number 1. Now we are actually receiving the encoder data only. Next, we will use the same operator to get the data from the button. Start row index to number 2 and end row index to number 2. Now we are successfully separated the both of the encoder and button values. Next, we are going to change the range of our encoder values from 0 to 100 into 0 to 1. This will make to work with these values much more easily. So we are going to use a math operator for that. In here, you can actually go to the configuration and change range here. Next, we will convert our output data into an null operator. Okay, we also need a null operator for the button status also. Next, we need to find a way to change the radius of a circle using this data. For that, we can add an operator. Go to the top section and you can actually find circle in here. Activate this operator by clicking on this star button. After that, you can actually drag these values onto the radius and click on the export job. Do the same thing here, and after that you can actually click on this display. Now you can actually see the change of the circle radius when we are actually rotating the encoder. And next thing, we need to find a way to change this color to switch between the red and white. On the field color, you can actually see that each and every value is R, G, and B. If we zero the G and also the B, you can see that only the color that is left is the red. So it is much more easier to do that using the status of our button. So we can do the same thing. You can actually activate this operator and select our circle and drag this value onto the blue and click on the export job, and also the green on export job. If we click the button, you can actually see that the color of our circle is actually changing. Also, you can also see that the resolution is a little lower. So you can actually change this in configuration and change the resolution to a 720p resolution. So to 80 and also 720 in here. Also, I would like to have an black background, so you can actually change the background alpha to 1. Next, we need to find a way to show this on our projector or a screen or any kind of medium. For that, we can add an operator called window operator, and we can actually drag our circle onto the window operator and select window operator. Here we need to change some configuration also. For example, we need to change the opening size to fill. We can also switch off the border. And here it is much more important. If you're using a Xiao monitor or something, the monitor number 0 will be the monitor that you're actually using, your main monitor. And also the monitor number 1 will be the secondary monitor that you're using, especially if you're using a projector and you're actually connected HDMI to it. So I'm going with the 0 here. If I click the perform, you can see that our program is now running on the full screen. Press the escape key in order to go back to the TouchDesigner software.